Good afternoon, everybody. Very big welcome to you people, and thanks very much for taking the time out to come and join us. I see, looking at, there's tons of people that are logging on around the country. Welcome to Cape Town, PE, Durban, and we even have Namibia joining us this afternoon. So welcome, Namibia. So this afternoon we're going to discuss like the future of OKI, as well as launching the C650. Everybody knows who Emil is. He's been with OKI for 107 years, okay, and he's bearing up quite well. So Emil will go through where OKI is going, together with the C650. So without further ado, over to Emil.
Thanks, Roland. Yeah, look, it's not been 107 years. It's probably 105. It feels like 107. Anyway, yeah, for those of you who don't know me, and those guys across the country, I am the regional account manager for OKI for English-speaking Africa. So that's everything from Kenya in the north down to South Africa, Nigeria in the west, to Madagascar and Mauritius. So the territory is quite big, and in the last year and a half, it's been tough, as you can imagine. So it's actually quite nice because it meant I spent more time at home than in Africa. But so thank you for joining me today. I don't want to kill you by PowerPoints and stuff, although there is a couple of slides. The idea today is to introduce our new compact C650, but not just the printer. I want to later on talk about where OKI is going in the future, because there's been a lot of talk, about OKI and where OKI is going, and a lot of products have been discontinued. And there's a reason for that, and I'm going to go through that. But just to let everybody know, OKI as a printing company is going nowhere. We've just shifted focus because we have to be around 20, 30, 40 years from now. It's still printing. And how are we going to do that? And it's with the products and the solutions we're going to speak about today. So let's get started.
Welcome to this OKI new product launch presentation. We have something new to show you, and it's right here. Thank you. Inside this box is empty space. OKI's 3650 fits neatly inside this cardboard box. But wait! There's enough space here to fit the printer and perform daily maintenance tasks. The new design allows maintenance to be carried out through the front. Watch as I fully open the front and change the toner. This small space is all that's needed. Compared to previous printers, it requires almost no extra space. Just look at the difference, side by side. And it's not just compact. It offers the same exceptional durability of other OKI LED printers and high performance. Naturally, C650 has great media flexibility, such as waterproof. C650 contributes to high productivity at workplaces. C650 doesn't just save space. It saves time and hassle, and it helps to improve productivity. From doctors' offices to logistics sites, OKI is perfect for all sorts of workplaces. Improve productivity with the world's smallest printer in its class. With C650, perfectly specialized for a wide range of fields.
She's said it all, but let's take a closer look at the C650. And what is the unique selling points of this product? We have to look at the three features that we position this machine. Great usability, high productivity, and of course, space saving. And the reason we did that is we actually went out to the market and said, okay, what is the problem that you as a user face, and how do we as OKI address those problems? And the first one was that machines take up too much space. So if it's a desktop machine, firstly, to install it takes up space, operating space, so we've got to open up all these covers, and of course, space to stock the consumables. So we said, okay, we'll come up with a space-saving technology, and even the toners are small. And the other problem was low performance. So, to get a machine that can do all of these functions, first page timeout was slow, or the machine itself was slow. So we had to make a machine that's pretty quick, but it also had to be durable. Hence the 600,000 pages life. And also media flexibility. There is no other printer on the market that size that can do what this little machine can do. And then insufficient usability. So, to operate the machine, they had to open up covers to change a jam. So we said, okay, let's make it easy. If it jams, let's just access the machine from the front. And of course, to install the machines, you needed all technicians, all these kind of things. And I'm going to show you guys the easiest to install one of these machines, actually. Well, if it's not me and Roland. He installed that one today, so well done. So if we look at what I just spoke about, look at that little machine in comparison to its competition and even our older products. But not just that, the space between the machine and the actual box is very, very small. We need 2 centimeters on the side. Normally these machines need a lot of space to breathe. The fuses get hot, the machines overheat. This machine is designed to go into kiosks and under desks and into small little spaces because of the way we designed it. And the clients needed it. Operating space, if we have a look at that little diagram on the top there, if you'll have a look, we just pull that out from underneath a desk. Against the competition, nothing comes close to the size of this machine when you have to do daily functions on this little box. Can you guys see there? I'm a bit in your way, hey. Hey, sure, okay. Again, the consumables, guys. This is just a little idea of how little space you actually need to store consumables. And if we think of high print volume clients, they always need extra consumables. Now, if you need a whole storeroom to store extra consumables, why buy the printer? Do you understand? So what we've done is made the consumable smaller. It's not just the printer. The entire package is compact. But first page out, as well as print speeds, these are the competitions that we're looking at. And against all of them, we are pretty competitive. But none of them can actually do that on a device that small. And especially for high print volume users. They need that. And that is where the 600,000 page durability comes in. This machine, and when my bosses see this, they're probably going to fire me. But the engine is actually a 1 million page machine. But being proper Japanesely, designed by the Japanese, they never say 1 million. Otherwise, they got to, if it fails at 1 million pages, is a problem. So it's 600K, no problem. And there is nobody else that can actually do that. Monthly duty cycle of 100 pages. 8K black toner. And against the competition, nobody can touch us. Media flexibility, and that is the most important thing I want to discuss today. Everything you see printed here today is actually done on OKI. All the stickers on the floor, against the table here. This little device can print anything from 60 grams, smaller than A6. We can duplex an A6, waterproof media, non-tear media, and banners up to 1.3 meters. Nobody else can do that. Even against our previous machine, that could do 1.3 meter banners as well, but it could not duplex A6, and it couldn't do 60 grams of cardstock. But not just that. If we have a look at these banners, if we are going to be printing stickers and floor stickers and all those vinyls, we need to be able to go up to 256 grams of cardstock. And that's just on packaging, for instance. We can print little boxes on this device if we want, because of the actual media flexibility. Look at that. We can go into restaurants, supermarkets, hospitals. It's endless. And everything is replaced from the front. And when we're done with the presentation, we're going to print you some stuff on the machine and maybe change some consumables so you guys can see how easy that is. But everything's accessible from the front. So, we don't need a technician to come out anymore and replace these consumables. It's all user replaceable. Near-field communication. If we have a fleet of devices sitting in a specific retailer, for instance, we don't need to go into the front panel and try and set up the whole device. We have near-field communication where we can take a smartphone, take the information of one printer, and then duplicate it on all the machines simply by touching your smartphone to the device. Now that makes installing these devices extremely quick. And we can now roll out these devices across the country by using software to deploy the actual driver as well. So if we look at why we did this, and like I said, it's not about the device anymore. OKI is looking into the future, and what we look at is actual solutions. And if we're going to tackle solutions, we've got to look at verticals that our devices would go into. So it's not about device and to compete with anybody else. Let's look at a vertical. What is their problems? And let's find a solution for their problems. And we've done this with a bunch of different devices, and the new one being the C650. Because if we look at retail, healthcare, education, hospitality, we can go into any of these verticals, and this device fits in seamlessly. Retail market, for instance, we've got shelf talkers, we've got banners. If we look at something like that on the wall, fruit and veg shop, for instance. In the morning, apples and bananas might be going for 12 Rand a kilo. But by that afternoon, the bananas are starting to go off, and we got to get rid of them. And we can now change everything on the fly, in-house, new pricing on the shelf by 5 o'clock when people walk out of the offices. And we can do it on the device sitting in-house. No more outsourcing, no waiting for a third party. Legislation changes, for instance. What do? We can change everything in-house, print it, stick it on the windows, stick it on the floors, get the customers to where we want them to be, and we can do that on the fly. Because in a changing world, companies need to be agile. And if they're agile, they can change quickly, and we can do this with a device like a C650. Not just that, healthcare, because this little machine will print the actual wristbands for patients. And at the same time, I can actually print patients' reports. And if you look at hospital environments nowadays, these people are coming in and out. We need these things to be quick. Hence the first page out, pages per minute. But also, we can print medical images on this device. Yes, given we need some external software to do that, but I can actually print the medical images for the clients on the same device that I've just printed the wristband. Now we don't need 5, 6, 7 machines anymore, guys. We only need one. Same goes for the hospitality industry. How nice will it be if we can do customization and personalization? Somebody walks in and you give him a bottle of water, but his name's on it. It doesn't just say, welcome to the Hilton. It says, Emil, welcome to the Hilton. And I can do that while the client is getting out of his car, before he gets to the desk. And I can do that on these devices. Door hangers, please do not disturb, but your name is on that. And personalization is key. To give you guys an idea, in Europe, for instance, we have kiosks that run the bigger machine. It's called a Pro 9. The Pro 9 sits in these kiosks in the supermarkets. People buy Toblerone in the UK for $3. What we then do is we customize the actual wrapping. And it now says the person's name, Michael or Samantha or whatever, and they're willing to pay £12.50 for the exact same chocolate. Why? Because their name's on it. And they're willing to pay more. And we can do that on devices that we have, even on this little device. So if we can look at the previous devices, a lot of you will know my old printers, and a lot of you are very sad because some of them have disappeared. But this device is so much better, guys. If we look at the old C612, all right, it's quicker, its duty cycle is better, it's got better media flexibility because we could not do A6 on those devices. And by the way, we could have done labels and non-tear media on the previous device as well. Waterproof, yes, we could have done that. all right? But it's quicker first time out, all right? And the warm-up time is quicker. So when we want to print on this device, I mean, it's smaller but quicker. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, let's take a retail shop, for instance, in this pandemic and the changing environment, and see how they actually use an OKI and our software to do everything that you guys saw on the floors today and everywhere else. Exciting, isn't it? Huh, Sam? How are you? And now it will play again. How's that? Anyway. I now went through the machine very quickly because it's not about the device, guys. It's about what we can do. And this is only one of the little machines in our stable. It is the smallest machine. So we have other machines that can do exactly the same and at larger formats and at 365 grams of cardstock for proper packaging. And the reason we've done that is we have to look at solutions and we have to look at the verticals. And OKI into the future are looking at where the pages are. If we look at what printing's done, and there's just a small little graph, you know, by next year, the printing industry will $821 billion in 1 year. And that's not driven by the normal marketing and newspapers and stuff. It's driven by labels and packaging. That's the future. And that is why OKI has now got devices that we can target these markets because that's where the growth is. And it's not in analog, it's in digital. Analog's not dying because high volume printing will always be there. But we have devices that can complement an analog installation. And what does that market size look like? Packaging, we're looking at a 20% year-on-year growth up to about 2024, and that's just the next 3 years. Personalization, like I said, gifts. People will pay a premium up to 10, 15, 20% more simply because their name's on it. It's simple. Take the baby industry, for instance. You know, if you give somebody a little a shirt for their baby with a name on it, I mean, they'll pay a fortune. Why? Because it's personalized and customized. Labeling and tags. And that goes hand in hand with the textile industry, people. The textile industry is growing, and because of that, we need labels, we need tags for those things. Seed packaging and envelopes. Another growth. And the biggest growth is probably education. Because it doesn't matter what we do, we will always be printing. And if we can get machines into an education environment and get the people interested in OKI from the beginning, because the flexibility of this machine is amazing. You know, when that kid goes into college and he goes into his marketplace and they're looking for a printer, the first thing he thinks about is an OKI. So we've got to target those education sectors, guys, because that's where the growth is. We're never going to stop learning. So why do we look at OKI? You know, there's two verticals basically, and it's print for pay and a print for use. And the print for pay market, you know, they benefit from the LED technology because it's stable and the quality is superior, but also it's on demand, speed of production. We can do small volumes. I mean, I can print one label, or I can print 500 labels, or I can print one invoice or 5,000 invoice. Every single one of them costs the same, which is not true with analog systems. I need to keep less stock and less waste because I could do it on demand. And of course, you're in control. And the same for the print for use guys. You know, if they're not selling the actual product, but they're printing it to use it themselves, the same applies for them. Because it's all about the solution, guys. And if we look at OKI in the future, we're looking at packaging. Marketing collateral is not going to die. Of course, it's still there. I mean, we market all the time. Signage, print service production, ID printing. All of those markets that's marked in red, products are available through drive control. We have other partners in the room today that can actually look after the other products as well. But it all goes hand in hand, because if we want to do all of these things, we need specialized media. We need a media partner, because that is probably the most important thing, as a media partner. It doesn't help us being able to do all these kind of things, but we cannot get our hands on the media. So OKI has gone, and we have partnered with Avery Dennison, and we've partnered with all the big guys, and we have media suppliers locally that can supply these banners, that can supply the stickers, that can supply the shelf talkers, that can supply everything that we need locally, because if we can't do that, we'll be dead in the water. All right. So if you look at the vertical solution from a print for pay point of view, we have a specialty partner that will go in. It bundles the actual printer with media, with finishing solutions, all those kind of things, and then it goes to the end customer that uses it for its application. But in the broader spectrum, if we look at the business on the C650 and why you guys are here through drive control, same thing. We look at a vertical solution partner, and that's you guys. Guys are going to tackle a vertical solution, the banks, the retail sector, the education sector, car dealerships. I mean, geez, guys, we haven't touched that yet. That's a visual market. Guys walk in, they look at the car, they look at all the stats, and we can print that on banners. And again, we need a media partner. We've got that. We've got that wrapped up. If you guys want to do this, we have the media, we can do all of those kind of things. At the bottom there, that just gives you an idea in Europe as to what brands actually use OKI. H&M, Heineken, all these guys use OKI solutions with OKI media, our software, to actually get their brand out there. Quickly on the applications, like I said, marketing's not dead, guys. I mean, we still have to do these things. We're a visual species. We want to see things. We want to touch it. So marketing is not always going to be dead. Yes, it's going very digital. But simply because the marketing on your phone is there, it doesn't mean when you walk into a store, I don't want to see it on the shelf. So we still need to print that. It gives you an idea of some marketing collateral. Packaging. There's my little Toblerone pouch. But what people forget, guys, is we also have machines that not only print CMYK, we have printers that print white. And we have printers that print clear, spot varnish. If you want to do packaging like that black box, you need to be able to print white. You cannot do it any other way. If you go into packaging, you have to be able to print white. Because packaging is not necessarily a white package. Well, it almost never is. Signage. Visually, you know, we all think about signage, but just look, if when you walk into a store, you are bombarded by signs. Everything. Walk into any store. There's shelf talkers. There's signs up on the wall. There's things, flags and banners hanging from the ceiling. There's totem poles like I saw in front. All of that can be printed on an OKI. Print service providers, obviously, those are your Minuteman pressers. And again, they will use stuff like that. Be able to print white, print on demand, print one. There's the key word here, print one. And I bought a little gift for my daughter this morning because she started matric exams. And I wanted this thing, a name done on this thing. And nobody wants to do it because it's one thing. And if you want to do it, it's going to cost you $200. So I said, well, bugger it, I can do it. I've got a machine. It cost me nothing. But I could print one, or I could print 5,000, and that one, or the 5,000 would cost exactly the same. Analog, not going to happen. We need high volumes here to do that kind of thing. But print kiosks is something that we need to look in, guys. I don't know who of you want to target that market, but if we can get into the kiosk market, it's fantastic. I mean, photos. Put this thing into a kiosk, guy walks in, USB stick, print his own photos out, why not? Print his own wedding cards on black media. We can do that. ID printing. Who of you knew that we actually print number plates? Legislation in South Africa changed a couple of years ago, and you guys will now know we all use those metal embossed number plates again. Before that, we had that laminated, and that's the actual stuff that we can print on an OKI. And we actually have the software that goes with the printer to do that. But if you have a look at the bottom there, I mean, those are little plant tags. water resistant, through an OKI. Medical imaging. We don't need X-ray machines, I can do it in an OKI. Transfer media printing. We all know how that works. White toner, we put it on anything, from T-shirts to caps to bottles. Labeling, be it roll to roll or cut sheet, OKI works. So why would people actually look at an OKI? And we've got the 4 pillars of our verticals. And first we've got to have a printer, right, that's small enough and easy enough to use and durable. And the C650 is extremely small, all right, A4 only. But if you want to go A3, let's move on to a C800. If you want to go A3 plus, let's move on to a Pro 9 machine. And we've got the machines, but not just that, we've got the consumables. And I mention consumables because, as we know, we have a big problem with aftermarket consumables and grey market stuff. We're never going to stop that. But if they want quality, use OKI consumables. They're easy to use. It's got guaranteed yields, and you still have the warranty. Remember, OKI's got a 3-year warranty. The minute you put aftermarket consumables in an OKI, the warranty is gone. So, stick to the consumables, but then again, media. And not just any kind of media, guys. If we have all the certified medias, and you can actually go and download a list of certified media from OKI's website. But if you have a customer who has a specific need and a specific media that he needs to use for be it whatever reason, he makes fish bowls, and he wants to put images in the water in the back of the fish bowl. And he can't find a media that works, but he has a media. We will test that media for him. We will write a custom media profile, CMF. We will write custom media profiles for the client for that specific media. And we will do it. So, why not do it? But we also need software. And if we look at that little video that almost didn't play, the guy had a little piece of software that he just quickly designed floor stickers and all those kind of things. That is a piece of software from us. It's called Shopper. I'll speak about it a bit later as well. But it enables clients, if they don't have a marketing department and they don't have graphic designers, to, within seconds. I mean, even Roland has made some stuff in his office. If you guys want to go see, he did that all by himself. So it's easy to use. All right? But we've got to give him the software to do it. It doesn't help we've got the media and the printers and there's no software. So we've got the software, near-field communication, and for you, our partners, we've even got an augmented reality app to use to show to clients how these things work. And some scanning software that I'll speak about now as well. All right. So unlocking the application, here's an overview of the different type of stuff that you're looking at, with these machines. C650, C8, and the Pro 9s, we're looking at packaging and banners and signage. And then we have the label and transfer printers that we have specific partners for, which, we can always put you in touch with through Roland and anybody. But if you have a look at that, why would you actually look at the OKI? Because of the flexibility of the paper. I mean, we've got cardstock, craft media, synthetics, polyesters, non-tear, waterproofs. But we have white and we have clear. Have you guys ever seen an OKI print on white? It's actually quite stunning. It's amazing. Yes, there's other guys that can do it if you've got insane amount of money. But for the cost of an OKI and the size of the printer, it's unrivaled. Why would end customers like OKI? We make machines that's easy to use. It mustn't be a hassle. So, we look at stuff like, high definition toner and the color depth with the LED, quick FL duplex printing, all OKIs print on duplex. I mean, this little thing on A6, guys, that's very small, eh? It's compact. The media, like I said, there's no wastage because the toner and the drum is separate. Right? So you're running out of toner, you just change toner. You don't have to change the drum as well. So total cost of ownership, and me and Roland have a long discussion about that as per printing signage. Now, when I say that, if I'm going to go out and I print that banner on the wall there, and I have to print 90,000, 150,000 of them, of course it's going to be much cheaper to outsource that to an analog device, 100%. But if I want to print one of those, or two or three in my one store, I can't outsource that. Then the total cost of ownership of these devices is extremely low, because it's on demand, and I can only print one. It's reliable, guys. OKI uses LED technology. We have a flat, straight paper path. There's less moving parts. These machines are pretty reliable. And we're making printers for specific sectors. Desktop printers for in-house machines. And of course, we've got a dedicated EMEA customer support line. Strangely enough, in all the years I've been with OKI, South Africans never tend to use that though. So, yeah, my business card is here anyway, so people tend to phone me most of the time. I am EMEA. But for you guys, recurring revenue, I mean, you know, if we're printing stuff like that with high coverage, that is where we're going to make our money. It is not the office printing. Because everybody prints office printing. It's black and white. We need our clients to print more and higher coverage. We don't have to print 7 million pages. I want them to print 10 pages, but I want them to print a lot of color. Because then we're selling consumables, guys. And that's why we like that. It's always best quality and 3-year warranty. There's no wastes. Guaranteed yield on the toner, guys. Total cost of ownership. That I'm working on, by the way. So this is a European thing. I'm trying to get us a recycling program in South Africa, which is actually quite close to my heart. All right. Certified media, like I said, custom media files. When we give you a certified media or a custom media file, the printer is guaranteed, and there's a warranty on that actual media. If the printer breaks when you use a certified media, we will replace it for free. Why? Because we tested it and we certified it. We even give you media guides. There's samples available on the actual website for clients to pull down. Everything at no cost. Just a quick overview of this little box. Again, great usability because we have front access, high productivity, and space-saving technology on all OKIs. Another thing to consider is the banner printing, guys. I mean, I can't carry on how important this is, especially today. Because if we are going to be going into verticals, and the other guys are going to have to catch up, we can go and sell banner printing, because nobody else can do it. And we have media partners available to do all of these things for us. Production printing, I spoke about the Pro 9. You know, for any client to get into the packaging industry is quite difficult, because some people here would know they have to be able to print white. Because packaging invariably is not a white box. It's brown, it's black, it's you know, specific metallic medias for pouches, for instance. And for something like that, the Pro 9 is perfect because we can print on all of that. And the entry level into the market on a Pro 9 machine is not high at all. But it's not to compete with the analog machines. A 4-color analog machine and our Pro 9 5-color sit side by side. It's an add-on to their actual devices. Software, like I said. Shopper designed a piece of software specifically for OKI, and we call it the Design Hub. The Design Hub is a free download to all clients for 30 days. They can play with it, do whatever they want. After that, of course, they've got to purchase the software. But what it does is enable clients who does not have in-house graphic designers to be able to design and print on anything, from a small label to a floor sticker to web banners to all kinds of things, and they can do it in-house on demand. And that just opens up so much for them because they don't have to outsource, they don't have to order thousands of these things and then it becomes outdated and, you know, lose all those kind of things. And that's free to download and then try. Near-field communication, like I said. That is not just to install printers, guys. It's to print as well. So I've got little apps on your phone, OKI mobile print apps, Android and Apple. Stick it close to the machine and it will print without having to do anything. Augmented reality app. This is also free for all our partners from PartnerNet. You can actually show a client without having a printer with you how it works, how it looks, what it can do. Again, it's free for all of you. Abby Fine Scanner. So OKI went, and seeing as we're going out of the office automation kind of industry and we're looking at single function devices, the ability to be able to perform a multifunction on a printer is still there. So we've gone to Abby and they've actually created a specific application for us that I can turn this little C650 or any other OKI device for that matter into a copier. And that, I just do that by using my cell phone. Take a picture, it'll actually copy, print, scan, fax, do all those kind of things, as you would with an MFP without having an actual MFP. I think that's quite cool. So what is the verticals we should look at, guys? And I'm not going to harp too much on it. I'm sure you guys will be able to figure this out, because what we will do is Roland will actually send you guys a link to something called the OKI Partner Playbook. That is free for you guys to use. All the information that we're going through today is in the Partner Playbook. And it's an interactive PDF. So if you want more information, for instance, you click onto the PDF opens up a web page, gives you more information. If you want to see videos, it'll open up videos. If you want to see the actual augmented reality app, it will actually take you to the augmented reality app and you can use it. So that's all there for you guys. But what I need us to look at is specifically retail, hospitality industries, hotels, restaurants, cafes, manufacturing, chemicals. You guys might not know this, but the OKI devices, the C650, the C800, and the Pro 9 is GHS approved. So that's a global harmonization system. So it's chemical label approved. If we print a label on an OKI device, stick it onto a drum, put it on a ship, the ship sinks, 15 years from now, that label needs to be legible. You can print it on an OKI and it will be. Healthcare, like we looked at, hospitals, guys, and I'm not just talking x-rays here, I'm talking everything in the hospital. From wristbands, we can even, think about it, do personalized face masks. Why not? On an OKI. Education, very important. And the print service providers, I mean, these guys who print for pay. You know, if they got a device that they don't have to send people away anymore to print 10 business cards. The guy wants 10 business cards. Print him 10 business cards. He doesn't have to print 50,000. And creative agencies, very, very important. Partner Playbook. Remember that, guys. If we do not share the information with you, then come back to us and say, please, Emil, I want the Partner Playbook. It's a great little tool. Use it. All this information that we spoke about today is in there, and it's a big thing. It's probably 80, 90 slides, but every slide has got links to other things, so it's a very nice little tool. Thank you for listening to my boring voice. Me and Roland. Hello, Roland.
Emil, thanks very much. I'm sure you found it all enlightening. Okay, I will get that Partner Playbook out to you. That's helped me tremendously when I started doing this OKI role. I was old, fat, and ignorant. Now I'm still old and fat. Okay, so that's great. So, Emil, thanks for that. I'd like to just thank Adrian and the team.
Yeah.
They've been tremendously helpful, and the focus rooms, they've really been fantastic. I'd like to see, I've seen tons of people logging on while we're going through the presentation. I thank all of you people there. So Emil and myself are now going to give you a quick demonstration on printing on this gold-plated printer.
We're just going to show you that we're not bullshitting you, sorry for my French, about the banners. We're actually going to print some banners here. That's a floor sticker. And then, please, feel free to ask some questions. I know the guys outside, if you want to unmute yourself, if there is questions for me or Roland, please feel free to ask. And let's print you something lovely. Okay, so floor sticker, shall it be? Where's my glasses?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going blind. It's old age. No, Dafate. You want to print that on a... So this little bob back here. Okay, the label. We should have actually showed you this on there. That would have been nice, eh? No questions.
They want to see the printing first. They don't believe us. Just to let you know, all these stickers we did on this very printer between yesterday and this morning. Okay, everything on the floors, all of those. And it was actually quite fun.
Roland, it's a new little toy. He just wants to print more. It's like a baby with a new rattle. Okay, now we did choose the biggest file the world's ever seen, innit? Okay. It shall come through now. This is a little baby, so you can actually see some quality on skin tones and those kind of things as well. It's actually more a gimmicky thing than anything else. No questions. Chris, you wanted one of these machines. You still want one?
Hi, Emil. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, it's Prakash.
Prakash. I thought I remember that voice. Hello, sir.
Question. With the media, the local suppliers,
Yes.
the pricing structure, is it catering for the distributors and resellers, or is it just the normal retail price?
No. Of course, they've got a channel. So obviously there's a channel price, and then obviously there's an end user price. So of course, yeah. But it's also. I mean, it's volume dependent, Prakash. I mean, if you're going to ask for one label, it's going to cost you more than asking for 5,000 labels.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think the only issue we had is we could only get it from Flora labels overseas, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. So when they launched this, OKI went to Flora Label, partnered with Flora Label in the Nordics. The problem with that is it's expensive, and we've got to get those labels here. It doesn't make any sense for us at all, and that's why we made partnerships locally. So it's a local supplier. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Rough dealer price of the machine? About 16K. Shouldn't have said that so loud.
Okay, well, I'm going to put that human body out next, eh? Do you want to print that on a sticker or on normal media? Okay. Okay.
I think the large application of this is very retail-y, coffee shop, like we'll use the vegetable shop there, where you need to do changes quickly, and it's you have to be agile. The shop has to be agile, and you can take some of these, okay, with the software, and you can put it into different outlets, and somebody changes to the head office, bang, and it gets printed out to those different outlets as well. Does it pass the test?
Is it my George? Oh, it's pretty good, eh?
Thank you.
Any more questions, people? I'm here now. Abuse me. Okay. What does Jenny want to know?
I couldn't hear Roland.
Oh, hello, Jenny.
Hiya, how are you doing there?
Good and you?
Good. I couldn't hear Roland there. I don't know what he said.
You must pick up your mic, Roland.
I'm here.
Okay, that's better.
Of course, me and Roland chose the biggest files the world's ever seen to print. Over USB.
You're printing the body.
Jeez, it's a 70 meg file. Okay. Okay, there it is.
Hi, Roland. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's Debbie from Durban. I just
Hello,
wanted
Debbie
to
from
ask, in terms of the media, where you said, were you specifically talking about chemicals and that industry, where the print could last up to 15 years at the bottom of the sea?
Correct.
The media that we're getting locally, that you are getting us involved in, that media also comply with that kind of lifetime? Is it certified?
Of course it will be, yeah. No, definitely. Well, now, so the media and so the certification is two different things. The toner on the OKI is certified to last 15 years on the water. And of course, we have a media that's also certified to do the same thing, because the two has to work together. Definitely.
Sure, but you were saying initially that the media was coming from overseas and is vastly expensive.
No, that's local. Yeah, look, it's the same. It's the same actual manufacturer. It's just the original suppliers of all these medias for floor stickers and stuff was a company in the Nordics. But we have partnerships with Avery Dennison and all of those kind of things. And those medias are certified, and we have local suppliers for that media. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Debbie.
Hi, Emil, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's Chris here from Namibia.
Hi,
I just
Chris.
have a two-part question. First part, what warranty comes standard with the device?
Okay, so actually all OKI printers have a 1-year warranty. Unless you register the device within 1 month after purchase. If you register the device within 1 month after purchase, it's got a 3-year warranty. So all OKI printers will have a 3-year warranty if you register the device within 1 month of purchase. And that's purchased from the actual reseller. So not from me or from the distributor, from the actual reseller.
Okay, that's
In
great.
fact, in SA, okay, and our regions, Chris, you guys are included up in Namibia as well. It's actually a 3-year on-site warranty, yeah? Okay, so it's a very good selling point, and that's anything from the entry-level Doc Matrix to the high-end MC883.
Thanks, guys. Second question.
Yes.
Emil, you printed those banners.
Yeah.
Are there a specific program you use? Is the program installed on the device? How does that work?
These are just PDFs, buddy. So I literally am just printing PDFs. But I mean, if you have a, go for it, Roland.
There's a software called Shopper, as Emil said, and it's very easy to use. I've designed some of these on Shopper. That's me. I couldn't draw from dot to dot when I was young. So that Shopper, as Emil said, you can download it, and it's free of charge for a month, for 30 days. And then after that, you get the option to buy it. But it is really inexpensive. It's not any fancy design software. In that program, you get recommended media. People on the tables here, you've got files. If you open those files, you can see it's recommended media. Yeah.
See, that's people is unmuted. Can I just add to that as well, Roland? So, Chris, you don't need Shopper to print these banners. If Coral Draw, use PowerPoint. If you can create the banner in PowerPoint, just go and design the file at that 210 by 900. So you can use any piece of software to design it. Shopper is just easier, because it comes and it's easy to drag and drop, because the actual media files are already created. You can just drag and drop your stuff in there. But if you can use Coral Draw, use Coral Draw. Does that answer your question?
Hi, guys.
Yes,
Okay.
thanks. That cleared everything up.
All right, great.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, hello. Roger speaking from Green Enterprise
Hi,
Solutions,
Roger.
Namibia. I just have 2 questions regarding the on-site warranty. Is that applicable in Namibia as well? And the second question is the 3-year warranty for registration. If we buy the printers from DCC, once we buy the printers from DCC, can't DCC, and we provide them with the end user details, can they register the warranty for us? Or must we do it ourselves?
You have to beg Roland for that, my friend.
You would have to, as a reseller, you would have to register that yourselves because we don't know when that printer gets actually sold. Okay, and yes, the on-site warranty does apply in Namibia.
Okay, regarding the on-site warranty, who are the OKI warranty centers in Namibia?
Parts,
Who
sir.
are the parts of?
Yes.
I heard about them, but not quite fond of them. If you guys can share their contact details with us, it will be great.
I shall get that out to you through the Namibian branch, okay, the next day or so.
Okay, what I meant is when Green Enterprise buys the printers from Drive Control, and the printers invoice to Green Enterprise, at that stage, can Drive Control perhaps help us in registering for the 3-year warranty if we provide them with the end user details? That is actually my question.
Yeah, we'll help you.
Okay, now I will ask Chris and Dudley to assist with that as well. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We will most
Roger
definitely assist
will
you,
help you.
Raja.
Any more questions? Yes. Of course, yes.
You don't need parts, they don't break.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, they don't break, so there's no parts. If you do struggle with parts, then please let me know. My card, guys, by the way, is in front here. You're more than welcome to contact me. And if you do struggle, please let me know because I'll have to take it up with my parts supply.
How are you?
Yeah, we'll gladly
happy,
come
yeah.
out with you to your customers.
Happy to do that myself as well.
There's also a lot of videos and that around not just this printer, but other OKI printers as well, which is a great sales device. Okay, and you saw that the printer portal there, the partner portal, that's also great because sometimes when you trying to sell a specific printer or a specific device, it gives you links and it also takes you into videos as well.
We've got a lot of case studies and stuff available as well. So, you know, if there's a specific customer that needs something, there's case studies that we can show them. It's quite nice. They want to see it. Correct.
You won't get it back.
Correct. Correct.
We had to wrestle with Samantha to borrow this printer for this event.
We are looking at getting a demo program together, actually, so that we can get more machines in here at discounted price so we can actually get them in front of customers, yeah. And we will share that with you as soon as I get that approved. I think
But in the meantime, if you get somebody who wants to come and see one of these or get us demonstrations like you people have witnessed today, don't hesitate to give us a shout.
I think there was another question.
guys.
Yes, hi.
It's Roger again. I have one last question. For example, if we as Green we have a printer department that's renting out printers there. So if we rent out printers and then we work in our costs regarding the printers, services and that stuff, do we need to consult with OKI or do we need to consult with PartServe for the servicing of those printers?
You need to consult with PartServe, sir.
To give
Roger,
us
you hear
a
me?
quotation. Yes, it's killing me a little bit to consult with PartServe because we have a print shop. We have one division that is doing only printers, Olivetti, HP, whatever. Then we resell and then like a printer, rental printers. And yeah, so if we put in OKI, we need to understand, is there extra training for our guys to service those printers that we are selling? That is actually what we want to do.
Roger, please do me a favor. Get my details from Roland. Send me an email, and we can actually discuss this offline. Because there's ways and means around it. We sit together with PartServe, let's come up with a solution for you.
Okay, no, thank you very much.
Because they can train you up to actually do your own services. You know, they don't have to do it. We've got to certify you as an authorized service provider.
Yes, that's actually what we are looking into.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
A quick one from Botswana. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, this is Keba here. Thanks to Roger. We also want to know the warranty center for OKI in Botswana. Can you assist with that?
PartServe is my warranty supplier for SADC. So they look after the entire Southern African development countries, and obviously underneath them falls a bunch of authorized service providers.
Okay.
I'm not privy to all of they are. I mean, in South Africa, I know most of them.
Yeah, we don't have PartServe here, I think.
Botswana is handled, PartServe use a partner up there. I can't remember what their names are at the moment, but they use a partner to do their warranties on site there. The same in Zimbabwe as well.
In Botswana, it's CompuCare.
CompuCare, there
Yes,
we
it
go.
is CompuCare, that's right.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I'm answered.
Okay, any more questions?
Question?
Yes?
Sorry, it's Debbie here again.
Yes.
As far as deal registration, when we're working on this, is there any, I don't know, security for our resellers who are working on a client, whoever the client may be? Is there a deal reg opportunity for them?
Of course there's. Of course there's. Through Roland, you guys can approach me, register the deal, I'll ring fence it, and if it's for a specific reseller, we will ring fence it for that specific reseller only, and for a specific end user.
And that goes through you?
Yeah, obviously, I'll register it, obviously through draft control, but draft control will be the distributor. You tell me who the partner is and who the end user is, and that gets ring fenced specifically for that deal for you. And I log it on my system with OKI Europe.
Fantastic, thank you.
Okay.
I'm not too sure we do deal registers for Durban, eh?
No, not in South
All right.
Africa.
Hey, Roland. You know that first demo is mine, hey?
You
You
said
are
so,
aware of
Debbie.
that.
You said
Yeah,
so.
we believe so. We're scared of you, Debbie, so yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Well, we can still catch up after. There's drinks and snacks. Just as you go out to left in the front there, there's drinks and snacks.
Thank you, everybody, for joining online, and hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.